Batkek had a question. It says, "Is it hard to make a seamless co-op update?" I'm not sure what you mean by a seamless co-op update. Do you mean like the type of co-op where people are sharing the same community rather than people being like all the characters being from different communities? That is something I know we've talked about considering in the past. And if that's what you're asking about, we did consider that, and in a lot of ways, it would mean completely overhauling a lot of the systems. One of the problems that we have is that, like, for instance, the base building system is very, very built around the idea that there is one particular host and everyone else is guests, and that the way the information is propagated to all the people who are playing the game, it is very much it just everything is based on that assumption that there is one host and the guests have very limited access to information. And so a lot of those systems of the game that are fundamental to the game would literally have to be overhauled from the ground up in order to make that sort of shared world co-op possible. And so we considered doing it, but what it would have meant was simultaneously, like, it would have taken at least as long as the heart attack update took, with us really unable to do it, like without the ability for us to, because we started the heart attack update over a year ago and it just barely released, but we were able to do the forever communities update in between because the heart attack update was clustered in one particular part of the game and we could seal it off and do releases that didn't include it. Co-op would have taken us offline for a whole year. Like changing the co-op in the way you're suggesting would have probably taken us offline for an entire year, because so much of the game would be tied up in the new thing that we wouldn't be able to do releases and updates in any part of the game without breaking stuff. And then it would be really, really fragile. Like, taking something that has worked and has had like many, many rounds of bug fixes going through it and redoing it from scratch would start over that process of trying to find all of the bugs. And so whatever we released would probably be significantly buggier than the thing we were replacing, almost just inevitably. And so it just, we considered it, but we ended up ultimately deciding that's the kind of feature that we would have to do from the ground up. We would have to decide to make a game from the ground up to work that way, rather than patching it into an existing game. So, sorry, And actually, it just occurred to me, I bet a lot of people have that question. Maybe I should try to turn that into one of my special viewer question videos. I'm not sure. I don't remember how I started answering the question. It might not have a very good introduction. So we'll see. That might be worth a viewer question video. If you're watching this later on YouTube and this turned out to be a viewer question video, congratulations to me for figuring out how to edit it right. And here's a new ending to that video. Was not expecting to do an end screen, but we'll see if this ends up being useful. I don't know.